Hello, and happy St. Paddy's Day. Just to be clear, that's Paddy's with D's, not T's. Crucial difference, I'm told. So, we have an Irish guy in our task force. His name is Mr. Infinite. Where are you, Mr. Infinite? And he came up with the suggestion of doing all Grenadiers in honor of St. Patrick's Day. And so that seemed like a fantastic idea. So grab your Murphy's Irish Stout or your Guinness or whatever it might be, and sit back, and I'm going to show you the replays of how we took down Choke Point using all Grenadiers. Now, I realize I don't know if Grenadiers are officially Irish. I watched the commercial. They've got a red mustache, and he has a bit of an accent. He only says the words "nailed it" in the Boom Beach commercial, so it's tough to tell. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to assume that they're Irish. We call them drunken clowns. I assume they like to sit down and have pints with their buddies. So without further ado, here's some replays. I'll start out with the man himself, Infinite, and he manages to solo. I mean, there's a lot of boom cannons over here, but he manages to solo Black River using nothing but Grenadiers. And there are a couple ways to use Grenadiers. Typically they're used with medics, but for the true balls to the wall approach, you need to leave the medics at home. I realize that medics are good for curing the hangover, but Infinite does it the right way and just goes full medic, full frontal assault, and manages to pull off a solo, which is a pretty badass, really. I mean, Choke Point is not, we're not talking about like Foxtrot or what's the Sour Grapes or whatever that's like. We're not talking about a medium to low level. Choke Point's a fairly reasonable operation level, and he solos it with all Grens. Like this, and obviously we're full boost. We just did massive attack before this, so we wouldn't boost specifically for Choke Point, but just a badass way to open up the op with a sweet Gren solo. And then moving on to where was Yancey just opened up Tech Crunch. Now, Tech Crunch is a huge shield. Typically, it's usually in the neighborhood of, say, 10 million or something like that. So with Gren, it's a little bit tough, but he did a fairly good job. I mean, one of the issues with Grens is when they get in tight spaces, they totally start playing past the baton. And these grenade types are called potato mashers, which, again, I don't know if I'm stereotyping, but the word potato makes me think Irish because there's the potato famine and all that sort of stuff. So one more reason to think that maybe Grenadiers are Irish. But yeah, this is a great job. He clears a huge hole, and the next attacker can just throw bombs all day, every day. And obviously they start hitting themselves a little bit there, which is a big concern with Grens, but just a huge hole here, and it is now available. Great hit by Yancey. Again, all Grens. I came in next, where actually I started it out, but same thing. Disassembler. Disassembler is typically just based on the ranges of the rocket launchers. There's usually a good opening for Zukas or Grens, so I decided to leave the medics at home once more. Little bit sloppy on my part. They start to come out of the smoke, and then I managed to pull them back in, but missed my shock, and then just all Grens. And 142% troop health or troop damage. Grens do a lot of damage, especially on Choke Point with a little bit lower health. Just crushing everything in. I ran out of GB at this point, so I couldn't move around and get anything else, but just crushing it. There's a huge hole back there now, so it went down fairly shortly thereafter. What else have we got? We've got George opened up Ballast. Ballast is a little bit tricky just based on sniper towers and shock launchers, but George does a fantastic job. George is our original, he's our Gren savant, or whatever you want to call him. He's just, him and Jeff are the guys that have been using Grens forever. They clear their maps with them. I think Chef does as well, or Melf as we like to call him, but just crushing, absolutely crushing things. I think towards the end here, he ends up getting stuck in shock launcher hell, but does a fantastic job nonetheless. he manages to get, let's get off that so we can actually see. I wish we had an 8x mode so we could just speed through this, but he ends up, his medics do a fantastic job of healing. Like, watch this, they get back to 100% every shot, so manages to take down the shock launcher, and then not a lot afterwards, but very, very good open. What happens next? Let's go next on ballast. Who went next on ballast? Next on ballast was Axel. I'm 90% sure this was Diesel. I'm not 100% sure. I think Axel actually has retired from the game, got married on December 14th, I want to say, or maybe January 14th, and has not been seen since. A little bit of, loses a couple to the cannons, but just completely clearing, and then does the smart thing and removes the rocket launchers. I mean, he's got some medics, but just when in doubt, get rid of rocket launchers. Very, very smart play there, and now it's just clearing. I mean, these boom cannons are picking away at him, but I think he manages to actually find a spot where they won't. If he moves away a little bit, there we go, moves away a little bit, and then finds a little hole there where he can just keep hitting. Right now, they're all in the blind spot. So huge follow-up by Axel. And then I think it might go down in the next attack. Let's have a look. And again, once again, this is all Grens specifically for St. Patrick's Day. Oh, Chef comes in. Chef is another fantastic Gren user. These are the guys that clear their maps at, like, I think Chef's at 1200 VP, I think, and clears his map unboosted with Gren. So very, very strong troop. And if you've watched the Reddit tournament at all, like, they are the primary troop people use when they want to have no losses during map clears. Obviously, boom cannons pose a little bit of an issue, and now he's just hitting core and clearing. Lost a couple troops to the boom cannons, couple troops to the snipers, but otherwise, at this point, he's just clearing. I mean, if he would have had a little bit more time, could have finished it, but let's see who finishes that. I assume it goes down next attack. No, one more, and then it gets taken out by the #1 fan with level 1 Grenadiers. Always a good time to see when you see level 1 Grenadier. I think Super Cyan has level 2. Sorry, it's level 59 with level 2 Grens. Not high on people's priority list for upgrades. Broseph opens Conveyor. All of these bases are fun for Grens. Let's go. And then, yeah, same thing. I mean, obviously, shock blasters and Grens don't mix terribly well. I don't use Grens terribly often, but when I do, I always have issues with shock blasters. He does a fantastic job of getting out of the way, but he's already lost a ton of his troops. Not much GBE thanks to removing those rocket launchers. Gets a whole bunch though. Where are we at? Conveyor. There's one more on Conveyor first. Again, leaving the medics at home. Love it when the medics get left at home. Where does he get 34 points from? Oh, he goes left. I like it. Going left, bringing his Grens into just a nest full of boom cannons is such a ballsy move. I love it. I mean, obviously he could have gone right and probably finished, but way more fun to go left. I love it when people do this. Well done, Bad Moon. And again, another name that gets me stuck with a song in my head. I'm bad for that. Every time I see a song like that, every time I see it, like, okay, who sings that? Is it Deep Purple or something? No, who sings Bad Moon on the Rise? Come on, brain. Now I gotta look this up. Bad Moon Rising. Who sings that? Bad Moon Rising. Oh, it's CCR. Duh, that was, never mind. I apologize. That was embarrassing. On to then Conveyor. Obviously, Stunt comes in, leaves the medics at home. No need for medics at any point on this. Actually, I take that back. He gets hit hard by those mortars right off the bat. Clearing. Where's he gonna hit from? I guess probably. Yeah, okay, there we go. I see where he's going. Just to be super badass, he's not healed his medics yet. And then it's just free reign on. Oh, where's he go? Just to show off, he comes down and takes out the sniper towers. I mean, not really required, but just might as well, I suppose. So, conveyor down. Where are we? Onto Dioxin, I suppose. Conveyors down. Tech Crunch is down. Black River was soloed once again. Huge props to Infinite. And he's the guy that said, no, you don't drink Guinness on St. Patrick's Day. You drink Murphy's Irish Stout. And I looked and it's not sold anywhere where I live, so a little bit unfortunate there. And it's also like 10 o'clock in the morning, so I won't be cracking a beer quite yet. We're going to wait at least about an hour and a half. Dioxin. Who opens Dioxin? Enough blabbering away. Is Sniper open Dioxin? Looks like he does. Brings up the medics. Not an oh, Critters at the back. I like it. Look at that. Critters in a smart spot. I like it a lot. Grappler's going to be a pain in the ass for him for certain. There goes the Grappler. Get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah, well done. Sniper towers, rocket launchers, grapplers, boom cannons. Not a great spot for Grens, but props to Sniper for doing it anyways. Well done, Mr. Sniper. Where's next? Who hits? I wish you could like sort by base or something like that, or just a little bit of a pain. Oh, Professor Dickweed, or Dickweed as someone in the task force called him. I don't know if that's a good thing to call him or a bad thing to call him, but it was funny, so I figured I'd repeat it. Yeah, someone was talking about Dickweed in the chat. I had no idea what they're talking about, so it took me a second to figure out what they were on about. Nice little gap there. Grenadiers against cannons are good when you have small numbers for certain. Come on. All Grens all the time. Where Jeff came in, I don't think he did a heck of a lot. Did I already show? Nope. Way too much already gone. Let's jump back. I'm going to jump back. I always get a little bit impatient towards the end of the videos. Hicks came in with all Grens and looks like he did a number on it. Hicks is camping at the moment, just left the task force. That is and by the way, that is fantastic. If you're in a task force and you're going away for the weekend, follow is that Corporal Hicks? Captain Hicks? I don't know the nomenclature, but leave the task force. Come back when you're back. We'll save a spot for him for certain. We invited him back, so that's a very non-selfish move, leaving your task force when you're gone for the weekend. So props again to Mr. Hicks. Moving up to Jeff. I'm gonna try to rush through this. I wish we had an 8x mode. I could have probably recorded this ahead of time, but that takes a hell of a lot of work. Oh, Jeff just got melted by those shock launchers. Just a second late and pays the price dearly for it. Wow. I think he got hit by at least 2 of them there. So huge. I'm running out of battery, 14%. My phone's flashing in my face. Boo. Did I just do Boo? No, Boo got 31 points though, which is fairly good. What's he got? Oh, GBE the laser. GBE. Oh, that's gonna be. Oh, that's not. Let's skip that. Boo. Rifles. My attack was useless and terrible on Omi. Let's see what Waggy does. Oh, those aren't right Grenadiers either. At least they're going right. Oh. What is that? I mean, he's got some Grens, but what are tanks doing? Maybe he's got a upgrading landing craft, maybe? I'll give him like that. It's more than that's 2 landing crafts. Boo. Maybe he's got an extra builder. I'll give him a pass on that. It's not obviously not life or death if guys are attacking with other troops. It's just look at that. He must have troop health because he just got wrecked like Jeff did. A little bit late. 4 shock launchers go down. Those 3 rocket launchers just melt his face off. Come on, what's next? I think this is Rusty. Yeah, that's how I've been saying it. 5s or S's in elite speak. Where's he going? He's going right. Lots of stuff to clear on the right. Only 1 boom cannon, so this should be a piece of cake to just. I didn't see how many points he gets, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna be in say 40 maybe. That's my guess. I'm gonna say he's gonna get 41. I should have paid attention. That boom cannon is going to be an issue in a moment. Did he shock it? No, he just goes straight balls to the walls. I like it. Critters in front. Never throw your critters behind because they just get wrecked. I think he just did as I said it there. Holy, he's got a full... I wonder what he's going to do with these rocket launchers. Smoke in there maybe, or just die? Let's see here. I don't know how much GBE he's got. Oh, he's going to GBE him. Perfect. What's he got for... What did he? How many points did he get? How many points did he get? 42. Hey, not a bad guess. Maybe I saw it and subconsciously remembered it or something. Anyways, Nolsey, I think he had level 1 Grens, I think. They just sit there and toss and toss and toss forever. Oh, he's going right as well. Like this just shows the difference in the levels. I think he had level 1 Grens, I think. Cells are obviously not, but I think he just throws and throws and throws and throws. Those cannons are just not going down. I think I could be totally making that up too, but just not doing nearly as much damage as fast. Maybe he just didn't boost. We'll have to see. Let's see what he has for Grenadiers. I think he had level 1. I think that was the Joe. Level 2, sorry, yep, level 2. Level 12 Grens are a little bit more powerful than level 2. Where's Scoots going? And again, this is just basically save the core. Like this is all in fun. War Factory makes our Thursdays a little bit ridiculous as far as operations go. We just don't have those guys with intel. So if you're looking to join a task force that does fun, ridiculous things and balances with high-level operations, please join us. We're all about participation and intel. We've got enough skill, we just need the players with the big intel barns. So come join us if you're looking for a fun spot to do ridiculous things. Where do we got? We got Crush All. I think he manages to get... Yeah, okay, here we go. I think he gets all the remaining buildings. I'm not 100% certain, but I assume he has to. Yeah, I'm sure he does. All the remaining... Oh, that was smart. See how he came to the left so that he's not hitting the core? That's an unselfish move. One of the things we've been trying to do is we've been trying to get the core down below 20 health is my goal. I'd like to get a core sitting there with 20 health remaining. And Turtle takes it out with 6 cryos. I think he thought he couldn't get it down, but that's one of our goals on the save the core. I'd like to end up with a core with 1 HP, but it hasn't happened yet. So that's it. That's all. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you enjoyed the All Grens video in honor of our Irish teammate, task force mate, whatever you want to call him. That's it. That's all. Peace.